Hey everybody, it's Lyn from Lyn's Crafts. I'm coming by today because I'm going to try to share with you how to take a few molds and make several different pendants. Basically, what I'm going to try to share is how you can use a mold to make lots of different looks. So in this instance, I've got, this is a rock or a piece of ice background, or however you choose to use it. I accidentally made it a little thin on one edge, so I backfilled it with a little black and it shows through right there, but I'm going to cover that up. This is my fox mold. Alright, I've got these three filled with black. This black is the amazing casting resin, the white, but I colored it black. So if we pop these out, see a bear and a wolf. This black is the amazing clear cast that I colored black. Alright, they basically look the same. Alright, and then this is the rock mold, background mold. And this one I did in the clear cast that I separated into two bits so that I could marble it. Alright, I haven't glazed this piece yet, so that's why it's still got a kind of a matte look to it. Alright, and sorry I can't hold that up to the light and show you. Here's the piece I did last night. Pretty! A faux tortoise shell look, and it's in the large leaf that I did. Alright, so I'm going to take these and I'm going to come right back and show you how you can add and change them up. Alright, this is the piece that I did for the opening post of my guest designer team for the Amazing Mold products. This wolf face is resin. The moon is polymer clay. Alright, I put resin, I put rhinestones in his eyes, and I put a twisted bale in each ear while the resin was setting up. And then I rubbed the face with the Deco Arts metallic luster and some Inka Gold. Really pretty. Oh, excuse my dog scratching. This piece I did the same way with the resin face, and in this instance they were on polymer clay leaves that I cut out. And this one has rhinestone eyes too, and I again used the Inka Gold and the metallic luster. Alright, and then I'll show you the bears. This was the original bear piece that I did, that I created the mold from. So this piece is all polymer clay. This is the Opal Primo Blue. Alright, and this was white clay that I just painted the nose and the eyes. And I did a little bit of embossing powder right around the edge. This is another piece. This one I painted a darker resin piece that I made, and I painted it white to give some contrast left in the cracks. This piece has a clear resin with glitter and mica flakes in it, and it has a white embossing powder around the edge, and I went back and added some feathers and a little dangle detail on this one. Alright, this is the bear with just the white resin. I didn't do anything else to it other than paint the nose and the eyes. Alright, and then this is the fox. He's just on the white resin background. I just did him in white resin, and then I painted his face and then added the polymer clay leaves. Alright, so fun. There's a lot of things you can do with just these few pieces, putting them together in different ways to create different pendants. Alright, so I've got some Inka Gold, and this is in the orange. I'm going to take the tiniest amount on my finger. Alright, I'm just going to go where he's orange. Alright. Alright, where he's orange. Alright, this is the metallic luster in the iced espresso. And I'm going to go a little lighter on the iced espresso because I'm going to go back and mix some silver with it. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing on the bear. Why? Because I don't have a brown bear yet. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to leave some room to go back and add some silver. Alright, and then on the rock, I'm going to glaze it to make it a little more see-through. Alright. Alright, this is the Inka Gold in the platinum. Alright, going to just do the bottom of the fox's face. And I did do his nose, even though I'll go back and paint it black. Alright, then I'm just going to add a little bit in places to the wolf and the bear. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, so you can see how I created this piece especially for these particular molds. You could add any of them in any color. In any direction. And make the background any color. Sorry about that. Alright, these have been so fun to do, really and truly. This resin also seems to be heat safe at resin temperatures, at polymer clay temperatures. I added these leaves after I glued the pieces together and then put it back in the oven. Same thing on this one. I added the leaves. I added the feathers and the embossing powder around the edge and then put it back in the oven. And it turned out just fine. Alright, so as you can see, there's a lot you can do with resin and polymer clay. You just have to use your imagination. Alright. I realized this wasn't actually a tutorial. I didn't actually do anything other than put the Inka Gold on there. But we'll pick one. Alright, I'm going to do the wolf on this background. Alright, and the first thing I'm going to do is sand this little edge right here back, because that's driving me batty. Alright, again, always read, follow, and adhere to the safety instructions that come with your resin. Alright, I'm going to glue this piece down just like that. And I'm going to use the glossy accents in this case. I'm not going to be putting this piece back in the oven. Alright, so let me get that out and I'll get to it. Alright, just got my glossy accents. Put a little bit on the back of the resin piece. Okay, that's weird. Alright, it's really getting down to the bottom of the bottle on that bottle. Alright, so now I'm going to line it up. And I want this peak to be between the ears. No particular reason than because I want it that way. And it's fine to have that opinion. It's your art and you should do it the way you want. Alright. So I'm just going to let that dry a very few minutes. Then I'm going to come back and add his little rhinestone eyes. Alright, I've got two really small hot fix rhinestones. And I really don't have a clue what size they are. Let's see. It looks like they're about a 4 millimeter. 3 or 4 millimeter. Alright, so I've got my glossy accents. If it'll ever get down to the tip. Okay, finally. I've just put a small drop. And I know, because I hear it from you all the time, that you may not have nails to pick up the rhinestones with. And if you don't, you can always use something like this, a jewel picker. This thing is fantastic. Sorry I didn't use it. I just assumed you probably don't have one, so I showed you the hard way. Alright, so here he is with his mean red eyes. I did go ahead and drill a hole up here at the top with just my X-Acto. Yes, I have 2 Dremels. I'm just too lazy to get it out because it has the buffer pad on it. Alright. So, there it is. And here's what you can do. With just a couple of molds, some ideas, and some resin and some clay. Alright, you get them all out here. I shall holler at y'all later. Bye now.